Hi and welcome to my channel. So today I just wanted to talk about increasing your milk supply. I am an exclusively pumping mom. I have a 4.5, almost 5 months old baby girl, and I have been exclusively pumping basically from week 2. She was never able, she was able to latch and it was sort of properly, but she had like a lip tie, a tongue tie. We've been to ENT specialist. Anyway, that's a whole different story of why um, I could not nurse directly, but thankfully I was able to pump, and it was a huge lifesaver because the first week when I did not have milk in yet, we had to give her formula, which was like sent to us as a sample, which was nice. But then she developed this like allergy, like where her whole forehead was full of these like watery bumps. It sort of looked like eczema or something. I mean, it wasn't red, and I don't know if it was itchy, but it didn't look very pleasant. So she kind of had like a kind of a reaction to the formula we were giving her. But then thankfully, like, my milk came in and I was able to just pump and breastfeed her that way. So what I do to increase my milk supply, there's several things I do. So every single morning I make oatmeal, and I make it very, very tasty. Oatmeal is one of the things that increases your milk supply, and so I also add walnuts to it. I add peanut butter, I add some kind of berries, usually frozen blueberries, and then I also add a banana. And I know it's a lot, but the main thing with breastfeeding is actually eating enough calories. So I haven't even tried to lose any of the pregnancy weight that I gained, even though I did lose some right after delivery. And so yeah, that's one of the things I do. Next thing is, and you'll probably be happy to know, it's beer. And it doesn't matter which brand it is. People say like, oh, it depends on the brand. No, it really didn't care. It didn't matter for me. I drank Corona, I drank Heineken, I drank everything in very, very small amounts. So like I don't know, like this much in a glass or in a cup, like basically like a couple of like shot glasses, I would say. So like a few ounces of beer, and that actually like helped my supply. So I would eat like almonds in the evening and drink some beer, and my milk would increase for the next pump. So I usually would like drink a little bit with dinner, and then when I pumped at like 10 p.m., that pump was usually my lowest output of the day, but I was able to increase my milk supply that way. And of course, like drinking enough water. All of these things like people mention in every other video, but these are the things that actually worked for me. So it was beer, salty almonds. I would like down a bunch of water because it like builds up your blood volume also if you eat something salty and then drink water. So that's also good for just maintaining hydration in your body. Another very important thing is to pump often. So for the first 3 months, your supply is not established yet, and so you should be pumping 6 to 8 times a day. They say 8 to 12, but I would say 8 should be the max, especially if you're pumping longer than 10-15 minutes. From the beginning, I was pumping about 30 minutes per pump. And so I started out with 8 pumps a day. Very, very quickly, I lowered it to 7. At about 2 months postpartum, I was doing 6 pumps a day, and then at 3 months postpartum, I kept going 6 times a day, and then at about 3.5 months, I lowered it to 5, and I am at 4 pumps a day, and I'm like 4.5 months postpartum, and my supply is still very, very high. I pump about 55 ounces a day, but that was all because I was pumping so often and so much in the first 3 months. So yeah, that's basically what I did. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. I would be very, very happy to help you guys if you have any questions about pumping, exclusively pumping, if you need more information. I am not a lactation consultant, but this is what I did and what actually worked for me, because at the beginning I did not have much of a supply. I didn't have any milk until about day 6, and even then I had very, very small amounts, like I think like 1 ounce per breast per pump, like, or less. So yeah, it was like under an ounce, and then eventually like it increased by about 6 weeks postpartum. I was pumping a good amount, and now I'm able to, of course, freeze and have a freezer stash and rotate the milk. So hopefully it will keep going. With milk supply, you never know. Everybody's very different and responds to it differently, but there are general things that you know, are common sense. It's all about supply and demand. You need to basically trick your body into thinking that baby is needing more food, and then your body will produce more. So yeah, this is basically how I increase my supply. Hopefully it works for you, and please subscribe. Please like this video if you want to see more about exclusively pumping or breastfeeding, and things like that. And then yeah, thank you very much, and bye.